can't hear you. Yeah, I'm actually, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be noisy.
The armed forces are being presented in a highly sanitised way to young people.
What we're trying to achieve is to make the advert as authentic as we possibly can.
Yes, what you need to do is move in fast.
If you look at the advertising, which is mainly targeting children and young people because that's where their recruits are going to come from, it's really clever at getting to things that young people want to hear, getting to messages that really resonate. The idea of belonging to a group, the idea of being the best you can, making your family proud.
At the time of my life.
Serving your country. These are all things that really resonate, and I think the armed forces are extremely clever in the way that they are using those messages.
By encouraging people to join the army at 16, you're actually encouraging people to leave full-time education at the earliest opportunity, at which point there's a 1 in 3 chance of those young people dropping out. At that point, they're not in education because they've left education early, they're not in employment anymore, and by joining the army at such a young age, they're now at high risk of long-term unemployment. The notion that if you're poor, you are not in education, employment or training. If you're poor, you're unemployed, and the army is saving you from unemployment, that's not true anymore.
What we're looking at in this report is how do young people make decisions and what's important about those decisions to them.
I want to know all the options available to me.
A lot of these kids seem to end up being pointed towards the teeth arms to close with and kill the enemy. That's what they're for. And we should not dress that up as anything else. It's just dishonest. They don't have someone there who's got PTSD like I have, or has been poisoned with valerian like I have, or who's suffered sexual abuse or violence or bullying. So it's clearly not a balanced, even-handed assessment of what training and joining and signing up involves.
The way that the armed forces recruit is targeted and actually exacerbates those decision-making biases young people of that age might already have.
We got PlayStations, we got videos, DVDs, you know, everything that anybody would have in their bedroom.
Weekends are more or less your own.
The things that are important to them are different.
Apart from if you're on duty or during training.
The social and emotional rewards become more important than the more cognitive, rational, longer-term decision-making.
Don't join the army.
Don't what? Don't stand on my own 2 feet. Don't realise I can do more than I thought. More than you thought. Don't become a better me.
In the UK, recruiters don't have to meet the parents at any point. And the reason they were concerned about this is because it was actually saying, go to your mum or your dad and put a bit of pressure on them and kind of guilt trip them into letting you join the army.